Hi there, my name's Lee James and I'm part of the Catalyst for Care project. This video is to help you decide if a microenterprise service would be right for you and how to see what's available. Before we get into that, let's just quickly clarify what a microenterprise service is. So I'm just going to share my screen here to the directory webpage where everything you need is kept. If you scroll to the bottom of the directory webpage, you'll see some video case studies of microenterprises. Is a story from Wales today here, and some pictures to help illustrate what they're all about as I explain that. So a microenterprise service, a microenterprise is a very small independent care support service. They provide services to help people to live independently and well in their own homes and communities. Um, Usually a mix of home help, companionship, and most microenterprises provide personal care. Most are set up as self-employed, but we do have some services that are partnerships or very small limited businesses employing up to 8 staff. Yeah, so that's what they are. And generally, the reasons why you might be interested in them, and I guess the point of our project and why we're supporting them is that they offer something that often larger companies can't. So being small and independent means they can give people time and consistency or continuity. So, it's a private one-to-one service. So if it works for both parties to have, an hour in a row or 2 hours in a row to do all of home help, care, companionship, then that can be arranged. And the main thing is that continuity of having the same person to provide the support. So particularly if the support is around, social emotional well-being or, supporting people living with dementia, having that one person you can build a relationship with, it's really important to, enjoy life, learn what makes each other smile and kind of get out and do these fun things. So not just about supporting people in their own homes, but helping them to get out and live a good life. So that's what microenterprises are all about and what they offer and why we're supporting them. So the question, how do I decide if they're right for me? So I'm going to take you to the actual directory. So to get to the directory, it's this red button at the top. And on page 1 of the directory, it explains this. So I'll kind of just use this to take you through, and hopefully you can remember, if in doubt, go to page 1 of the directory. So here's the question, and there's basically 3 things that you need to say yes to and consider if one of these small independent micro enterprises would be right for you. Firstly, just broadly, really important to say that micro enterprises are not appropriate for absolutely everyone. They're for people who know what they want, how they want it, when they want it, and are happy and able to direct and control their own support. So that's broken down into these 3 things. So here are the 3 questions you need to consider. So number 1, the person receiving care or their legal representative is happy and able to make appropriate checks and assess the suitability of a microenterprise. So you need to make the checks. If you scroll down onto page 2, there's a list of checks that we suggest that you make here. There's another video below this one where I'll take you through the checks that you need to make and a bit more information so you can do that confidently. But the reason that you have to do that is as a project, Catalyst for Care project, we are not a care company, we're not a franchise, we're not a registered, regulated Care Inspectorate Wales regulated service. So we're not sending people carers. We've also not formally accredited any of the micro enterprises. What we do, sit down with people interested in setting up and explain to them all the things that they need to do to be a safe, legal, and professional service. Micro enterprises go away and get that done. We have a chat about it, and then they self-commit to the doing it right standards, which you can see here, and then they can join our directory and the network. But it is a self-commitment. We cannot make the checks ourselves. So really important that you are happy and able to make your own checks. And again, there's an extra video below this one to help you to understand those checks. Number two, you've got to be happy and able to direct and coordinate your own care on an ongoing basis. So the main reason behind that is almost all microenterprises are exempt from registration with the Care Inspectorate Wales. So that means they're not regulated. And being unregulated, it means that they're not able to make any decisions about your care support. So you have to be happy and able to make those decisions yourself. So practically, you will sit down before you start and create a support plan and have that written down, so it's all clear, what you want and what the microenterprise is going to follow. But yeah, you just got to be confident to, tell the microenterprise what you want, when you want it. If you want to end the service, to hand in your notice as per your service agreement. Yeah, so just have to be confident to direct your own care, which isn't for everyone. The other thing to mention here, which is kind of written in the second half of this section, is quite often where people need more frequent care, they might use more than one microenterprise to cover those calls, and that's absolutely fine as long as you're happy and able to direct each microenterprise separately. So they are separate independent services. So, they'll each have a separate service agreement contract, will have separate skills and experience, and you might ask them to do separate things. You'll pay them separately. Yeah, so you've got to be happy to kind of do that separately if you're taking on more than one microenterprise. So that's number two. And the third thing is discuss and agree suitable contingency plans for potential cancel visits with the microenterprise or microenterprises. So particularly if you think about self-employed microenterprises, that's one person. So what happens if that person would suddenly test positive for COVID, or for whatever reason, a family emergency, would have to kind of cancel a visit at short notice? So what we don't want, obviously, is, for people to be left, without care and support that they need. So between you need to have a sensible contingency plan. So for a lot of people, there's a strong family contingent around the person needing support, and there might be multiple family members happy and able on the rare occasion to step in and support their loved one if a microenterprise calls in sick. And quite often, the microenterprises just set up a little family WhatsApp group. So not for chatting and things, but just for microenterprise to post if they need to cancel a visit, and then different family members can all communicate and say, yeah, I can see mum this afternoon, and someone else can support tomorrow if they're off for 2 days. So at the end of the day, as long as you, the family, and the microenterprise have had that discussion and you're happy that there's sensible contingency plans to keep the person safe if they need to cancel a visit, then that's the main thing. But obviously you need to be happy and able to discuss and agree that. So just to recap those three things, you need to be happy to make your own checks. Got to be happy to direct and coordinate your own care on an ongoing basis, and happy to discuss and agree suitable contingency plans with your microenterprise. So if you're happy with those three things, then a microenterprise service could be right for you if you want that more personal, local, flexible service, and to build a relationship with the person you're supporting. So if you scroll down, you get to the actual directory. So here you can see what's available. Now there's lots of services here. There's currently, as I'm speaking in March 24, about 80 microenterprises. So they're organised geographically, broadly from North Pembrokeshire to South Pembrokeshire. So you can scroll down and find your area and see what's available. Contact details are here. The service description is here. A lot of micros have a little website or Facebook page with more information and customer testimonials. There's an indication of availability here. So that's one way in which you can see what's available. Now, another way, if you click on this blue hyperlink to see the services on a map, interactive Google map will appear. So, if you're based in St. David's, for example, you can click on the purple marker. This is Coastal Companions. This service is Here For You Home Help. This service is Saran's Home Care. So you can see geographically kind of what's in your area. Micro-enterprises typically travel about a 30-minute drive. The whole point is that they can work locally and not travel all over the county. So this might help you to see what's available in your area. And then you can go back to the directory, scroll down, say to the St. David's area, and you'll see all those services clustered together to read their description. Another way of which you can see what's available is, if I just go back to the directory webpage, to use our inquiry form. So this, if you click here, will take you to an inquiry form. So there's the same 3 questions at the start, which we went through, that you need to agree if a micro-enterprise is right for you. And basically you fill in this form, explain what you're looking for in terms of a service, what your requirements are, click submit, and that'll get sent to micro-enterprises in your area. They'll see the inquiry, and if they can help, they'll tick yes in the email that they get, and then you'll get sent the service description and profile of all the micro-enterprises that have clicked yes. So that should give you, a short list of the services that have seen your particular inquiry. They're suitable and available. So rather than looking at a directory of, tens of micro-enterprises, you'll get sent a short list of those who've indicated that they're interested in helping, and then you can look at the shortlist, look at their service descriptions, and get in touch with the micros you're interested in, have an initial chat, and take it from there. Fab. So I shall stop sharing there. So thanks for listening. So this video hopefully will help you to decide if a micro-enterprise service is right for you, help you to understand how to see what services are available. And in the next video, I'll go through in a bit of detail the checks that you need to make so you can understand those checks. Okay, thank you for listening.